What it do? Hey, what it do? Hey, it's your boy Tyrik Wynn coming at y'all with another episode of Tyrik on the Move. Man, guys, this is the season finale, season 5 of the show. This show, it started it all. This show started the journey. This show is where it's at, and this is actually the last episode that I'm doing as a non-adult. So, well, obviously I'm continue to be on air and do TV and stuff, but this is the last episode of Tyrik on the Move I'm gonna do before I turn 21. I actually turned 21 this summer, so yeah, this is the last episode I'm doing as a kid. So yeah, I mean, I started the show at 16, and show continues to take off and be better, and now it's in its 5th season. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful to you guys for watching every season, keeping that viewership up. I mean, just looking at, like, every time I look at the numbers, I don't know, I'm just so grateful just to see great numbers, great ratings and all that stuff. And I can't thank you guys enough out there for it. And on this episode, the season finale episode of Tyrik on the Move, we have an amazing interview. You know her, you love her. It's Emily Skinner, the one and only. She's absolutely amazing. She's awesome too, man. Like, I remember growing up, I guess it was kind of like, I wouldn't really say I was growing up, but I was a teenager. But I was watching Andi Mack, and I've been watching Andi Mack for a few years now. And I really love the show. It's on Disney Channel. So y'all already know Emily. She plays Amber on the show, and so she's coming on the show. We're gonna talk. We actually talked, I believe we talked at the beginning when the pandemic first started, but y'all know how showbiz goes, and tape stuff last year, now stuff is airing this year. Sometimes it's just how it happens like that. So without further ado, we gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and when we come back, we gonna get into that interview. Stay tuned in. Moye's Pharmacy and Wender and Roberts are small, locally owned and operated pharmacies dedicated to the best possible experience for each member of their communities. Whether you and your family have been filing your prescription with them for years, or you're new to the Atlanta metro area and want to take advantage of their new health clinics, express testing, or telehealth services, Moye's Pharmacy and Wender and Roberts are here for you. Make it better, one prescription, one person, one community at a time. Find your closest location at moyespharmacy.com and wenderrx.com. Hey guys, it's Tyrik Wynn, and I am the owner and CEO of Wynn Productions LLC. We are your amazing local video production company right here, serving in Metro Atlanta. And of course, hey, we do travel as well. But our top specialties, what we specialize in commercials. So commercials for businesses. If you're a business, you own your own business, you need a commercial and a video for your business. The number one way to market yourself nowadays is through video, and you can use Wynn Productions LLC. We also do TV shows. If you ever aspired to have your own show, we can film it for you, and hey, we can help you get it out to people, and we can help you promote it as well. Also, we do V-cards. That's something new that we do, aka video business cards. It's a video of you talking on the screen, and it's just like a regular business card, except it's electronic and it's video, so you can send it out to tons and tons of people. Also, another thing that we do, customer testimony videos. That's our number one product. That's you getting customers to come on camera and talk about their experience working with you and your business. And of course, we do event filming, and the most important thing we do to make those videos pop, give you that extra dazzle and sizzle up in those videos, is we do drone and aerial filming. So hey, you got to make sure you get those videos from sky high. Well guys, hey, that's what Wynn Productions is all about. This is what we do here, and we encourage you to use Wynn Productions LLC, your local video production company. And remember, with Wynn Productions LLC, it's a win-win situation.
BridgeGrounds is South Atlanta's premier event space designed to host any kind of event. They also host a monthly small business pop-up shop where they give entrepreneurs an opportunity to meet their customers face-to-face. If you're interested in hosting an awesome event, reach out to them at www.bridgegrounds.com. BridgeGrounds.com.
Thank you guys so much for staying with us. Now we are joined by the one and only. She's an actress, and she's a really good actress, as a matter of fact. Her name is Emily Skinner, and she is joining us right here on Tyrik on the Move on Skype virtually. And she's on the East Coast. She's on the West Coast, and I'm on the East Coast, so we're doing that coast-to-coast interview. So how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I really appreciate you taking time to join me. I know you have a very busy schedule, so it's an honor to be in your virtual presence.
Honestly, not a busy schedule right now, but I'm happy that you're giving me something to do, honestly.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, no doubt about it. But so tell me, with the whole quarantine and the coronavirus and stuff, what are some things that you have been doing during the pandemic?
Well, I did get to film a movie, which was really cool, in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and it was definitely scary because not a lot of things are filming right now because of everything going on, and then the industry just kind of opened back up. And so we had all these precautions. We had to test every 72 hours. It was crazy, but it worked out and it went really well. And so I was really excited to get to do that. But besides that, in quarantine, I've just been I started college online, so I've been focusing a lot on my school, and then I've just been writing and working on other things, that just learning guitar, just working on some new hobbies, because I finally have time to do that, so I might as well start working on new things.
Yeah, that's really good. And so you said you're in college, right? And you're 17?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Sounds like you've been putting in a lot of work in school.
Yeah, I actually have. Quarantine also kind of made me realize that I need to focus a lot on my education, because there's a lot more out there besides acting, and acting will always be my first priority. But you always want to have other things that you're interested in also, so that you're not just stuck doing one thing. And so yeah, I've definitely been working on that.
Okay, cool. So what school are you at?
I'm doing a mix right now. I'm doing my community college by my house, and then I'm also at New Hampshire University online.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a really good school. I've heard a lot of things about them. So yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, congrats to you.
They have great online programs, so that was my main reason. They have really good online.
Yeah, that's really good. So tell me, during we're in 2020. 2020 has been something. So yeah. So what are some things that you can say that you've learned about yourself, during the pandemic and during 2020 as a whole?
Yeah, I think everyone is kind of finding themselves right now. I feel like without all of the distractions of school or work or whatever you're doing, just kind of being with yourself and kind of having to become your own best friend. And I definitely distracted myself with work and whatever I was doing, events, and I never really knew who I was. I would just kind of distract myself with things and people, and having to be by myself for a long period of time has definitely taught me a lot of things about myself that I didn't know, and kind of helped me find myself and my style and things that I was interested in. And yeah, I just feel like being by myself has taught me new things that I've been interested in, and new things about myself and about my personality that I didn't even know, because I was masking it with people and things. And I feel like I've noticed a lot of my friends have also, been changing their styles and learning new things. And I think everyone, just without the distraction of everything going on in their lives, with just being by themselves, and yeah, I feel like everyone's kind of finding themselves a lot. And so I think it's been good. That's the one good thing about quarantine, is I've definitely learned who I am more, and I've enjoyed being by myself more, because I was really scared of it at first, and now I'm like, all right, I can be by myself. I can learn new things, start new hobbies, write poetry, go on hikes by myself. I'm becoming my own best friend, and I think that's very important.
Yeah, and when you say that, I'm just same thing here. I've done things that I never even would have thought I would have did, and I've done it. Like you mentioned hiking, I went on a hike yesterday. Never been on a hike before.
Well, I've been doing that a lot, because that's one of the only things that I can really center myself. So I will just take off with my dog and go on a hike and just sit by the pond for hours and just write and draw and and it's actually been really helpful for like, my mental health and just like staying centered.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you're getting to know yourself, and then you're also enjoying yourself. So this quarantine, it's not all bad, as you can really like get a lot of good things out of it. So that's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. I think also it's taught everyone that like we don't really know what's gonna happen ever.
Yeah.
Like none of us expected to be here right now, and so I think you just have to like. This is so cliche, but like live in the moment, like appreciate everything that you have, every experience with friends, and just every experience in general. You don't know what is gonna happen next.
No doubt about that. Yeah, most definitely. So we're kind of shifting gears a little bit here, getting into your career and learning a little bit about that. So you got in the game at 6 years old, which let me tell you, at 6 years old, I think I was I wasn't doing nothing. Like I was just a regular kid, not really doing nothing, not really pursuing my dreams like that. But you, on the other hand, you were doing some pretty good big things, and you actually signed with the Abrams agency. And so for those who are like aspiring to go into acting, talk about like how you found the right agency that was good for you, and how other people can find a good agency and a good agent that'll be good for them and that'll lead them to good roles.
When I started acting, honestly, I didn't really think of it as like, I'm gonna pursue my dreams. I was just kind of like, it was like a sport, like soccer or dance. I was just like, I'm gonna try acting classes. Like, that'll be fun. It's the only thing I really wanted to try. And none of my family, no one was in the industry. We weren't like a Hollywood family. So like, it wasn't really a big deal. I was just like, I wanna try acting for fun. Mm-hmm. And my acting class, the teacher at the acting class realized like, oh, she's actually really good at, becoming characters, whatever. And so he set me up with an agency, which is, I'm so grateful for, because I don't know if we would have had that in, but acting class definitely is what got me into the agency that I went to. And then I just went in, I read like a monologue for them, and we talked, and I realized that they were really passionate about me, and which was really cool that they were gonna take a chance on me. And so that's kind of when I knew they were the one. I didn't even know that they were a big agency, even though they were. I didn't know anything about anything. And so I was just like, oh, they're really passionate about me. Like, that's awesome. I guess I'll go with them. And so they took me, which I'm so grateful for. And then they just started sending me out on auditions. Had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know I needed a headshot. Like, we were so clueless. Like, no idea. And so I just took some headshots. My dad took some headshots of me. And I just started going in and auditioning, and I honestly didn't think of it as any different than any other sport. I just kind of was like, this is fun, I get to go in and do what I love. And so I started doing that, and then I started booking roles, and it just went from there. So I think if you're going into audition, if you get that in to an agency, like take it and then find someone who's passionate about you, and then they will truly like work for you.
Yeah, and no doubt about that. Like getting in, like I can tell you getting into like, you were talking about getting into the acting industry, you weren't really knowledgeable about having the headshots and stuff. Same thing here, media industry. Didn't know a lick about what I was doing the first season of the show. And now, but yeah, like with the knowledge and like the classes, like you're talking about taking acting classes and the classes that you take, as we get older and we get to that point, it can really help us out to like, perfect the career.
Yeah, for sure. I think, it's great going in not knowing what you're doing, because you don't have expectations, you're just kind of doing it for fun and like doing what you love, and you don't expect anything out of it. Yeah,
most definitely. And it's crazy, once you're going into these things. But you landed your first role in Numbers. So how did it feel when you landed that first role? Like you were like where you like felt so accomplished? It was like, I finally landed my first role. Or like, how did that feel?
I was pretty stoked. I was really excited. I remember my agents called me, and I honestly didn't really even expect to book a role. Like, I just was auditioning because I loved to act. And so the fact that I knew I was going to be on a big TV show, I was so excited. And I remember going onto set, and like I had the best day, and like I was so in awe of the actors. Like, they seemed so cool and like beautiful, and I was just so excited. And then I remember when I was leaving, I was like, so are we gonna see you guys tomorrow? And they're like, you're done. And I was like, wait, so I'm not gonna see everyone again? I was so upset. Like, I thought, now, I was like, we're best friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just like, I was very overwhelmed. I was very in awe of everything. It was from like a 6-year-old's eyes, so like everything was very crazy and big and exciting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, and it's pretty good to hear you talk about like the journey and like you growing up and like how everything's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was very overwhelming, but honestly, I wasn't too nervous because, again, I was 6 and I just thought of it as like a hobby, like something that I love to do. So I didn't feel any pressure, which was really nice. When you grow up, you feel the pressure, but at that time, I was just having fun.
Yeah, hey, it's all about having fun and getting to know people and just taking it all in,
Yeah.
So in between 2010 and 2017, you started to book more consistent roles on TV, short films, music videos, and you were like, between that time, you were doing it. You were doing your thing. So how did you start landing those roles more consistently, and like what all went into it? What were some of the things that you had to do to be a consistent person in the industry?
Well, at first, I was only on like adult shows, so I was on like CSI and Numbers and Criminal Minds, and so I still went to school and I found time to do both. And I didn't tell anyone at school that I was acting. I would just be like, I'm sick every time I went. I don't know. I was really shy and I just didn't want that attention, I guess.
Yeah.
And so one time a teacher actually recognized me. She's like, were you on CSI? And I was like, no, that wasn't me. Like, no. And so, but once I started booking like the Disney shows, kids at school started to like recognize me, and I did not like that. And so I stopped going to school. Also because my school just was not willing to cooperate with like me missing for auditions. And so that was the first step to like really taking it seriously. I was like, all right, I'd rather not go to school and get to do this. Yeah. And so I stopped going to school. I honestly, I was just really passionate about it. Like all I really thought about, all I really did, I was just like so focused on it. And I did book a lot at that age. Like I kept booking and booking and booking. And so after a while, when I didn't book something for a little bit, I was like, what's going on? Like, aren't I supposed to book all the time? Like, I didn't realize how crazy it is to book a role. Like, now I take it so, like, I get so excited when I book something because I know how hard it is. And I know how many actors, like, audition and audition and audition and not book a role because that's what everyone is doing. So I was so lucky to book so much when I was young. But then once I got a little bit older and, before turning 18, it's a little bit harder to book roles. And so I appreciate everything I get now because it's just so exciting to get to be on set.
Yeah, it's great once you like finally get that, that once you finally get that one role and then you start getting more, and it's just like, it's like a consistent job now, you know what I mean? Yeah, which is good. But so you were talking about like how you missed, how you had to miss school and stuff. And I think it's so amazing how like actors like yourself and other people who are, really busy and just, in the industry period, how, you battle school and then you have your career. It's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, it is a lot. Definitely. Like, I was always planning to go to high school. I was like, all right, I'm not going to go to elementary school or middle school, but I'll go to high school. And then I booked the Disney show, which was in Utah all the time, and the high school was not willing to work with that either, which makes sense. And so I was like, all right, I'm not going to. So I definitely have given up, that whole experience. But I've also had experiences that most people don't have, like getting to be on set. That's so crazy, and I would not give that up for anything. But it definitely takes a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of projection. Like, it's not all sparkles.
I totally understand where you're coming from. So, talking about Disney, in 2017, you started playing probably one of the biggest roles of your career as Amber on Disney Channel's Andi Mack. But actually, what a lot of people may not know is you actually auditioned for Andi, Amber, and Buffy.
Yeah, it it was a long audition process. I remember auditioning for Andi, going back a few times, then auditioning for Buffy, testing for Buffy, and then they had to recast Buffy, and then I auditioned for Buffy again. And I actually remember when I was auditioning for Andi, I saw Peyton in the audition room, and I just like, she had this spark about her, and I was like, oh, she's gonna book this. Like, and I wanted her to. Like, I saw her, and I was like, this girl needs to be Andi. Like, she has that energy. And she did, which is crazy. I just remember, like, she caught my eye. And then, I just remember after reading the whole script, like, I was so attached to the project. Like, I wanted to be on it any way I could. I just thought the story was so cool, and they were breaking so many boundaries and talking about so many topics. And I was like, I want to be a part of this show. This is so awesome. And so it was just fate. When I auditioned for Amber, I was like, I need to book this one. Like, this, I hope this is the one that I get. And I think they can feel that, how much I wanted it, and I got it, and I was so excited because I was just so attached to the project. I thought it was so special.
Yeah, and let me tell you, even though I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm still a fan as well. Like, I watched the show. I thought the show was pretty good, and I really think that Disney needed a show that was like that, because so many of the shows that were like that, those seasons kind of ended, and then you guys came and your cast, everybody like Peyton, Sophia, you guys did amazing.
Thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, it was a really, really cool show for Disney. I think they portrayed it so beautifully.
Yeah, and I think it's great. And speaking of, I actually ran into Asher at the Pro Bowl on the field earlier this year. So yeah, we connected.
Oh, he's the best. I know. We're all close. We just became family, and that was what was the cool thing about it. Is like we filmed for so long that we just became a family. Like I still know them better than anyone. Like we're so close.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So tell me, let's talk about some of the good deeds that you've been involved in with like Make-A-Wish, the Maytel Children's Hospital, and then you've also done stuff with March for Our Lives. So talk to the audience about the importance of, even though, we're big in the industry, but it's still important to give back to those people who may in need. And also when it comes to March for Our Lives, still stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah, I mean, I have been lucky enough to have the platform that I have, and not a lot of people have a platform where they can help people and talk about things that are important to them, and I've just always wanted to use that for good. That's basically the only thing that I wanted to use my platform for, is like for good. I want to help people. Because I never thought I would have that platform, and the fact that I do, I'm like, I need to use this somehow. And so, since I was little, I've always stood up against any kind of hate. Against just bullying against any group of people, I hate it. And so I have always stood up against like no bullying, and that's why I thought Andi Mack was so great, because I played the bully, and I was always standing up for no bullying, don't be like that, and so that's kind of how it started. I started to use my platform, and then I started to educate myself on different things, and then I started using my platform for things that were more important to me politically, and so that's been really awesome that I can use my platform in that way. And then also helping people, like the Maytel Children's Hospital and Make-A-Wish. The fact that kids have to go through that is so scary and wrong and terrible, and so the fact that I can make them smile or make them happy in any way, like, makes me so happy. Like, nothing makes me happier than making someone else happy. So like getting to talk to them, or just like put a smile on their face, or just like hear something about them, it really does make my day. And talking to kids online too, like I've DM'd with kids who have been bullied at school, or afraid to come out of the closet, and then they watched Andi Mack, and they're like, this inspired me so much. Like, there are other kids like me. And just seeing that our show and that I like have helped people, like I've gotten DMs being like, saved my life, like you've made me so much more confident, and just like things like that have really made me realize that it's worth it, that I have a platform. And growing up in the public eye is scary, but like that is the thing that makes it worth me. Like, hearing those things and like seeing that I'm helping it and that I am wanting kids to be kind to other people. It just like makes me really happy. And so yeah, I think if you have a platform, use it for good, because you never know how much you can help someone.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what this whole thing is all about. It's all about helping somebody else out, you know, helping somebody else in need. And if you're blessed, then you need to be able to be a blessing to others as well. So I think what you're doing with that is absolutely awesome. So definitely kudos to you. Yeah. So shifting gears a little bit here, we're gonna learn a little bit more about you personally. So tell us some of your favorite vacation spots.
Oh my god, I love vacations. Definitely Hawaii. I just feel it's not possible for me to be sad in Hawaii. Like, I feel like Hawaii just brings out the best parts of me that exist, and so it just makes me so happy. I love Cabo. I actually went to Cabo with my friend Kenzie a few years ago. So fun. Just anything tropical. Honestly, I love snorkeling. I love being in the ocean. Yeah. I hope I get to live in Hawaii, honestly, one day. That's a goal of mine. I got to film in Hawaii. Really cool.
Oh, cool.
Definitely a dream. You know, Hawaii and filming are my two favorite things. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So tell me, when it comes to like songs and like listening to songs, tell me, what are some of the top 3 favorite songs on your playlist?
Okay, the last 3 things I listened to were Exit Music by Radiohead.
Okay.
The Man Who Sold the World by Nirvana.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to Art Deco by Lana Del Rey.
Okay, cool.
Definitely all over.
Yeah.
That's a very good representation of me, because 3 of my favorite artists are Radiohead, Nirvana, and Lana Del Rey. So it's all over the place. My music taste, I like all kinds of music. I don't really hate any kind of music. So, but yeah, those are definitely my 3 favorites. That described me pretty well. So.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, learn a little bit about you. And then last but not least, what are some of your favorite places to eat on the West Coast? Now, I will say, I've had In-N-Out Burger on the West Coast, and I will tell you, hands down, love it. Best.
Oh my god, that is so good. I did it too much. Like, I'm obsessed with it. And I was in the South for a while, and it made me so sad that In-N-Out wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I kept wanting to go there, but I realized that they didn't have it there. But I don't know if they have these places, not in the West Coast, but I love Earth Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
I go in Laguna Beach. It's really fun. I love Active Culture, also in Laguna Beach. They just have like healthy like bowls and smoothies. And then I love this place called Sweet Green.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they have that. They have a lot of them in LA.
Okay.
But I think they're starting to branch out, so hopefully they'll come to you soon. But they just have really good bowls. Like, I love healthy food. I just like the taste of healthy food. So like acai bowls and like smoothies, my favorites for sure.
Okay. So cool. Sounds good. I'm kind of jealous of you guys. We don't got that good stuff over here on the East Coast. They kind of neglecting us.
Yeah, we do have good food here. I'll give us that. We have good food.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you so much for taking time to join me on the show. I really appreciate it. You were one of the best guests yet, and we're big fans of you. And like I said, I love the show. I think it's absolutely awesome. And I've had a chance to, of course, and I've had a chance to see you in some other things. So I think what you're doing at your age is absolutely great, and you definitely just keep on pushing. To close it out.
You're amazing, and I'm so happy to be on your show because you're doing amazing things too. You're so talented, and you're going places for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. And you never know. One day we might be working together.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell everybody your social media and how they can follow you.
My Instagram is just Emily Skinner. My Twitter, I think, is just Emily Skinner. Let me look. I'm obviously really active. No, I am sometimes. My Twitter is just Emily Skinner also. And yeah,
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much once again for coming on the show, and we'll be right back. When it comes to business communication services, Minuteman Press McDonough can do it all. With a complete range of products and services at your disposal, they can help you get your message out to customers, employees, and vendors. Using the latest printing and document management technology, they handle your projects from start to finish. Their energetic and experienced staff is dedicated to delivering what you need when you need it. Contact Minuteman Press McDonough today at 770-957-0012. They are located at 571 Jonesboro Road, McDonough, Georgia. Wynn Productions LLC is taking the coronavirus pandemic seriously, and we are following the necessary safety precautions to keep our clients and staff as safe as possible. When we arrive on site to film your video, everyone on our staff will wear a mask, and we will keep them on the entire time. Before we set up the equipment, we sanitize it down to make sure it's clean and germ-free, and we also practice social distancing. Make sure you guys contact Wynn Productions LLC today to hire us to film your next video. We'll do it safely. Have people oohing and ahhing about your video. Contact Wynn Productions LLC today to wow your clients with the perfect drone footage. Welcome back, guys. Still your boy Tyrik Wynn. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed the last interview of Tyrik on the Move Season 5. Like I said, hey, this is it. Next time it's going to be Season 6, and, the show will continue to get better and better and better. But before we go, of course, I got to acknowledge a few things, before I close out for good until the next season. So first, I just want to say, so lately, I knew that the show was coming to a close. This season was coming to a close. And so I've been trying to think about my next move and, what I'm going to do next and what's going to be the next thing, next show, whatever the case may be to look forward to. And I'm very happy to announce that I have officially, the team and I, we have officially figured out the next move. But y'all got to stay tuned in to my social media. Make sure y'all go follow me, TyrikWin_TV. Stay tuned in. I'll be coming out with tons and tons of announcements because I have a lot. It's not just like one thing that I was trying to figure out doing, but now I got tons of things that have just transpired within the past few weeks now. So I'm gonna be very happy to announce that stuff on my social media. So make sure you guys stay tuned in for that. Also, what's new with me? I mean, listen, I don't know if y'all noticed, but for the past 2 weeks, your boy's been in the gym. Your boy been working out. So if y'all, come on now. Look at it. Oh, yeah. That muscles. Your boy over here splitting shirts. So, hey, listen. So, yeah, I've been in the gym. I've been working out. I got to look good for that 21st birthday, July 20th. When we all, heading out to Big Boy Vegas. Can't wait. But yeah, so, I've been working on that. Getting back fit and stuff. I had been used to do sports, and then I just kind of lost my working out and getting fit and stuff, but I'm very happy to be back in the gym, and now I'm getting fit again, looking good, so I'm very excited about that. Also, I do want to say this one thing. I definitely want you guys to keep one of our former guests in your prayers, Miss Javita Moore. She is undergoing surgery she's undergoing surgery tomorrow, and so just keep her in your prayers, guys. She is strong. She is strong, so we are hoping for a very speedy recovery for her within the next few weeks and stuff. So I just wanted to acknowledge that Miss Jovita came on the show last season when the pandemic first started. And so she was actually on for Mother's Day. So she was on our Mother's Day episode. So definitely make sure you guys keep her in your prayers, as she will have a speedy recovery, because we here at Tyrik on the Move and Wynn Productions, we are praying for you, and we know that you will, hey, make it out well. So we are believing you. We are believing God for that. And also, just to kind of go ahead and wrap it up and close it out, I just want to say thank you guys so much. It's been a great season. This is actually, I will say, this has probably been the best season of Tyrik on the Move since the show started. So I really, really do appreciate you, the viewers, for tuning in. The guests, thank you guys so much for coming on. I got to give a shout out to all the guests. Justin Hires, Miss Cynthia Bailey, Yolanda Adams, Jonathan Goldstein, Adam Irigoyen, Tony Benton Jr., Emily Skinner. I'm trying to think, did I leave out anybody? I don't think I did. Oh, and Trinity Stokes. There we go. Okay, got everybody covered. But yes, thank you guys so much for being great guests on the show. Y'all were awesome. Had a great time chatting with y'all. This was a very successful season of Tyrik on the Move, even though we did it virtual. And hopefully the next time the show comes back, we'll be back in person. COVID will be gone. Thank you, Jesus. I'm praying for it. I need it to be gone and out of here. So, but yeah, and also make sure you guys go follow me on social media just to see what's next, to see the next show, you know, all the stuff that I'm going to be putting out. So I definitely want you guys to stay tuned in for that. Well, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and close out season 5 on a good, positive note. I'm your boy, Tyrik Wynn. I'll see you guys next season.